Jennifer Williams, in my opinion, is a very damaged person, but she is damaged with an attitude. This holier than thou, I'm better than you attitude, which makes her very unsympathetic, at least to me. This is Dee, and welcome to the Come Up Straight Up. This is Dee. Welcome back to my channel. And if you are new to my channel, welcome. Well, guys, I am back with a new video, and I had to hurry up and get this video out because you guys, quite frankly, I was heated by this story, and not so much about Jennifer Williams. Is about Jennifer Williams and her con man situation, but about the bigger implication, the bigger picture of Black women and their willingness to be victims. So you guys, I'm going to get into this, but please, before I do, don't forget to subscribe. Please subscribe to this channel as well as my second channel, Pretty and Things, and do not forget to turn on notifications so you are aware whenever I upload a new video just like this one. So let's get into it. All right, you guys, so I'm going to tell you right now, mine is probably not the popular opinion, but it has to be said. And when this story broke, it just reminded me and validated the need for this channel, particularly for Black women, how desperately the notion of hypergamy is something that is not within our community. So many of us do not value ourselves. Case in point, Jennifer Williams. Now, as many of you know, Jennifer Williams is one of the stars of Basketball Wives, and recently she was on the Breakfast Club, and she reported that her Range Rover had been stolen. Now, this is back in November that she, reported it stolen. Here we are in April, and she's on the Breakfast Club discussing it with her attorney and another woman. Apparently, this allegedly her Range Rover, she said, was stolen by a man named Aaron, a man she had been involved with last year. Jennifer stated that she met this man, and well, firstly, she said she's known him for about a little over a year. That's red flag number one. And last year, she decided to move to Atlanta where he lived. And she gave him her Range Rover to hold for her while she made the move. And according to her, he never returned her Range Rover. Now, guys, there are so many holes in this story. You can drive a truck through it. First and foremost, according to the timeline she gave, this is November, she said that the relationship was already done at that point. Okay? Secondly, Jennifer certainly has the means to have her car transferred to wherever she wants to transfer to Atlanta. And thirdly, and most importantly, this woman is relocating to another state to be with a man she had only known for a few months, a man that text messages seemed to prove did not want her. After the Breakfast Club interview, the man in question immediately came forward with receipts, i.e. a number of text message communications between him and Jennifer, which seemed to prove that she had given him the vehicle. He produced a receipt that he had, in fact, paid the balance for the Range Rover. In addition to that, he produced text messages that sort of spoke to her character or lack thereof, things she had said about her co-stars on Basketball Wives, and her desire to expose Evelyn Lozada's daughter and leak nude pictures of her. Just some really unflattering things, and painted a very unflattering portrait of her. And he also stated that he did not want to be in a relationship with her. He told her not to move down there because he had gotten out of a long-term relationship recently, and he was not ready for anything else. In these text messages, it's Jennifer Williams. If in fact they are legitimate, and I believe they are, absolutely are. She was desperate and pathetic and almost begging this guy to be in her life. Why aren't you answering my DMs? Why can't I DM you? Why is it that everyone else can communicate with you or get a hold of you, but I can't? The text messages really paint her in a bad light and just make her look just pathetic, to be honest. This person, Aaron, is allegedly a con man, and from what I've seen, I believe that 100%. But the bigger picture for me, and why I'm making this video, is the comments that I've read in a couple of videos with regards to this. The black women in those comments who are just pointing the finger at him. He's a con man. He's done this with women, bisexual. Is it the fact that the victims are somehow men, somehow matter? And what bothers me and what prompted this video is that so many of these black women have completely absolved Jennifer and these other women of any sort of responsibility for the choices that they made that put them in this situation. That these women, Jennifer, and there was another woman on the Breakfast Club that I am going to get into. I was really appalled by her. These women were just so ready, willing, and able to be victimized. Now, getting back to this other woman who was on the Breakfast Club. She was a woman who had been involved with this man, 10 years ago. And because Jennifer came forward, this apparently gave her the courage to come forward with her story. Now, according to her, they were in a relationship, she and this Aaron guy. And when they were dating, apparently he said, if you and I are going to be dating, you have to upgrade your car. Now, she already had a vehicle. This woman was still making payments on a vehicle he claimed to have returned to the dealership, but because he was letting her drive, these luxury cars, she said she didn't think anything of it. These were her words. She said he would ask her to pick up cars and drive them to another state to deliver them. And she subsequently found out that the cars she was picking up from the dealerships were not even his. But she did it because he asked her. She said he claimed to have different businesses, but there was no physical address for these businesses. He and she were sharing a P.O. box. She knew this. But in her words, because I was in a relationship with this man, I believed him. It wasn't until she spoke to one of his baby mamas that she found out that the name he was using was an alias. Just like Jennifer Williams, it wasn't until all of this, this stuff went down that she found out this man's name. She didn't even know this man's name. These women did not even know this man's real name. And on the Breakfast Club, she kept, just painted herself as the victim. Well, I did these things simply because I was in a relationship with him. As if that somehow absolved her of making good decisions. The things she did for this man, she just accepted as normal. It's like she used the fact that she was in a relationship, so this is what she was supposed to do. I was in a relationship, so of course I'm going to let this man take my car and do God knows what with it while I continue to pay the note every month. I was in a relationship, so of course I'm going to pick up a car from the dealership because he asked me to and drive it across state. No questions asked. I was in a relationship, so of course I'm going to ignore that this man is using my P.O. box for these businesses that have no physical address. I was in a relationship, so of course I'm going to allow him to use my credit. It is amazing what Black women will do to keep a man not even worth having. And that is what has gotten me about this whole storyline. The Pickmeisha mentality that these women have, which put them in this situation. And yes, he's a con man. But these women allow themselves to be conned. You know, how can you say somebody stole something from you when you gave it to him? You gave it to him. And Jennifer is really, as far as I'm concerned, clowning herself. Jennifer Williams is a woman scorned. Jennifer Williams is a liar, in my opinion. And Jennifer Williams is a woman who, if you watch Basketball Wives, never takes accountability for anything that she does. She doesn't apologize, no matter how wrong she is. And I don't want to hear y'all, in the comments, oh, Evelyn this, Evelyn that. We're not talking about Evelyn. We're talking about Jennifer. And whatever Evelyn did does not justify what Jennifer was going to do with her daughter's picture by leaking these nudes. It's disgusting. And this guy said that's one of the reasons he did not want to be with her, that she was a bad person. Jennifer Williams, in my opinion, is a very damaged person. But she is damaged with an attitude, this holier than thou, I'm better than you attitude, which makes her very unsympathetic, at least to me. She is high value on the outside with her Gucci and her Louis Vuitton and her Dior, but she is as low value as it gets on the inside, which is why she keeps having these disastrous relationships with men and then claiming to be the victim afterwards. Black women complain about Black men and how they have they've developed this lack of appreciation and disdain for Black women. But so many Black men know, they don't value Black women because they don't have to. Black women do not value themselves. So they can use and abuse Black women and they will stay with them and keep coming back for more, just to say they have a man. They will cook, they will clean, they will turn all kinds of tricks in the bedroom, have all kinds of children by these men, and expect absolutely nothing in return. I am so tired of the Pickmeisha mentality that so many Black women have. I'm so tired of the lack of accountability for the life choices that we make. This is why you need channels like this, channels that encourage empowerment, channels that tell you that you are worthy, you are valuable, that you deserve better. But you cannot have better if you don't want better. This is why I am so thankful that the Lord put hypergamy and making hypergamy videos on my heart. I am not a perfect person by any stretch of the imagination. And like the song says, everybody plays a fool sometimes. But it seems to me that too many Black women are willing to play the fool over and over and over again and not accept responsibility for playing the fool. This mentality of, it's everybody else's fault but ours has to stop. Because at the end of the day, your life is your responsibility. So you guys, that's it. I would love to know what you guys think of the story and what you think of this video. Of course, please share your comments below. And do not forget to follow me on Instagram and Twitter. And don't forget to support my other channel, Pretty and Things. So until next time, mwah.